I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Being an insecure little buffoon, he was also kind of, some people deserve to feel imposter syndrome. But yeah, no, he kind of just needs to be liked. I think it's just because he's a narcissist.
America, buckle up for an absolute bombshell as the daughter of the world's richest man is tearing the mask off her father's secret agenda while his empire crumbles around him.
For your dad, going from like somewhat of a liberal darling, I was never a fan.
This is not something you agree on. I know him.
That's Vivian Jenna Wilson, Elon Musk's estranged daughter, whose nuclear 90-minute rant has blown the lid off what critics are calling the billionaire takeover of our government. Meanwhile, Tesla's stock is in freefall and federal judges are dropping the hammer on Musk's power grab. Judge declaring, the court finds the potential harm to millions of Americans' private information outweighs any efficiency claims made by the administration. But it gets even juicier. A full-blown war has erupted inside the White House as Musk and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent battle for Trump's ear, leading to public firings, social media unfollowings, and what insiders are calling digital mutually assured destruction. This isn't just another political feud. It's a Shakespearean drama playing out in real time with your tax dollars and personal data hanging in the balance. And we've got all the receipts. Vivian Jenna Wilson isn't mincing words about her father. Born Xavier Alexander Musk, she legally changed her name and gender in 2022, explicitly severing ties with Elon by removing Musk from her name. But it was her March Teen Vogue cover story that first set Washington on fire. She told Teen Vogue that her father's work with the Trump administration was cartoonishly evil.
And Elon Musk's 20-year-old estranged daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson, has launched yet another scathing attack on the billionaire entrepreneur. In a recent interview, when asked whether she feared her father, Wilson didn't hold back, calling Musk a pathetic man-child.
A claim Musk denied but later joked about on social media. Just when we thought that was explosive, Vivian dropped a Moab on April 1st. A 90-minute unscripted live stream that has racked up 38 million views and basically breaks the internet every time a judge rules against her father.
The evolution, do you feel like it escalated? Like it became more overtly right-wing purely because like he felt free?
Yes.
Wilson didn't just attack Musk's public persona. She pulled back the curtain on his private machinations.
I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Being an insecure little buffoon, he was also kind of, some people deserve to feel imposter syndrome. But yeah, no, he kind of just needs to be liked. I think it's just because he's a narcissist.
This father-daughter feud would be just another rich family's drama. Except Vivian's warnings about her father's cartoonishly evil agenda now look prophetic as courts block his most ambitious moves, and Tesla investors watch their portfolios bleed money by the minute.
Today, thousands of Tesla protesters holding a global day of action. 200 protests are planned across the country and 500 demonstrations worldwide.
Vivian's revelations have sparked something unprecedented. A nationwide movement explicitly targeting Musk's wealth and power through boycotts of Tesla. On April 18th, coordinated protests erupted at Tesla showrooms across America. Now, that's what I call a mission statement. Protesters carried signs with quotes directly from Vivian, with cartoonishly evil becoming a rallying cry against Musk's government involvement.
According to the Tesla Takedown website, the group wants people to, quote, sell your Teslas, dump your stock, and join the picket lines.
Is it working? Oh, you better believe it is. On April 2nd, Tesla announced first quarter sales had absolutely cratered, down 13%, the steepest drop in company history and the worst quarter in almost 3 years. The stock took a nosedive, though it briefly recovered when rumors spread that Musk might leave his White House role. The Tesla takedown movement isn't just random protesters. Even Tesla owners are joining the rebellion, with hashtags like #BoycottTesla and #SellYourTesla trending on social media. The used Tesla market is now flooded, with prices dropping a staggering 23% since January as owners sell and protest. That's what happens when your customer base is largely progressive tech enthusiasts and your CEO starts dismantling government agencies they support. Inside Tesla, the chaos is just as bad. Musk is reportedly AWOL from company operations, leading to this absolutely brutal quote from a senior engineer. The company is basically running on autopilot, which is ironic given our actual autopilot problems. Anonymous senior Tesla engineer. Musk's response to his company's freefall? A leaked email telling executives, "The stock price is temporary. We're changing the world and the government. Focus on the mission." I don't know about you, but if I were a Tesla shareholder, I'd be questioning exactly what mission he's talking about, and whether it involves my investment going up in flames while he plays government demolition derby. If you thought Musk was just having a bad week with family drama and tanking stocks, hold on to your hats. Because the judicial branch just entered the chat in the most spectacular way. On April 18th, mark that date, folks, federal judges delivered a devastating 1-2 knockout punch to Musk's DOGE initiatives. First, U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta extended a preliminary injunction blocking Musk's team from accessing private Social Security Administration data. Musk claimed he needed this data to root out fraud, but the judge wasn't buying what Elon was selling. The ruling specifically mentioned concerning patterns of unauthorized data access attempts by DOGE officials. The judge's language wasn't just stern, it was absolutely scorching. She described DOGE's actions as ideological purges masquerading as efficiency measures and an unprecedented attack on independent agency authority. Critics point out that Musk has publicly called to delete the CFPB, and some speculate he's dismantling it to eliminate regulations that might hinder his planned X-Money financial platform. If true, that would be the mother of all conflicts of interest, using government power to clear the way for your private business. These aren't just legal setbacks, they're judicial body slams that suggest Musk's DOGE might be operating as a rogue element within the government itself. Exactly as Vivian Wilson warned. While Tesla burns and judges drop gavels, an absolutely wild power struggle has erupted inside the White House between Musk and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, with Trump caught in the middle of his two powerful advisors.
Vaughn, I also want to ask you about this. In the heat of tax season, you now have the IRS commissioner replaced on Friday, just days after he was appointed for the top job.
On April 18th, this internal battle burst into public view when Trump fired acting IRS Commissioner Gary Shapley mere days after he was appointed. The reason? Treasury Secretary Bessent discovered that Musk's DOGE team had done an end run around him to install Shapley without his sign-off. Bessent, a Wall Street veteran and more traditional conservative, was furious that Musk had bypassed him to place a loyalist in charge of the IRS, which falls under Treasury's authority. After winning this round and getting Shapley ousted, Bessent faced something unprecedented in government history: a public social media tantrum from Musk. In a move that would be laughable if it weren't happening in the highest levels of government, Musk unfollowed Bessent on X. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the world's richest man and presidential advisor is handling policy disagreements like a teenager after a breakup. But the pettiness didn't stop there. This isn't just office politics. It's a fundamental battle over who controls the government's financial apparatus. Bessent represents traditional conservative governance, while Musk represents a radical move fast and break things approach that has traditional Republicans increasingly nervous. The administration is desperately trying to downplay the conflict, but when your efficiency czar is publicly feuding with your Treasury Secretary on social media, that's not just a personnel issue. It's a five-alarm fire. While Musk battles Bessent and the courts, a New York Times investigation has exposed another shocking DOGE initiative that has immigration hardliners fuming. On April 16th, the Times revealed that Musk's DOGE team is secretly building a system to sell special immigration visas nicknamed Gold Cards to wealthy foreign nationals at prices ranging from $800,000 to $1.5 million. The program directly contradicts Trump's public immigration stance and campaign promises to secure the border. 3 senior administration officials expressed alarm that the program was developed without proper oversight. It's citizenship for sale, a backdoor for the wealthy while the border is secured for everyone else. White House official. When reporters asked Trump about the program on April 17th, his response was telling.
Well, I don't know.
That moment of distance suggests Trump might be realizing that Musk's agenda doesn't always align with his campaign promises or his political base.
Beer hat, I know it's 99 right now.
Melissa Patterson stood out in the heat for hours. waiting for her turn to step inside the Social Security Administration office in Northwest Houston because she could not get help on the phone.
Beyond the power struggles and court battles, there's a very real human cost to DOGE's actions, one that has sparked the nationwide protests and growing backlash. At the Social Security Administration, where Musk once called the program the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time, office closures and staff reductions have created chaos for vulnerable Americans.
I've been standing here since 9 this morning. There are other people been here longer than I have. This is not making any sense anymore. We're human.
Union representatives report a staggering 42% of Social Security field offices have reduced hours or closed entirely under DOGE directives. The courts have temporarily blocked these firings, but the chaos has already disrupted critical services protecting consumers from predatory financial practices. Even within Tesla, employees report growing anxiety as they watch their CEO focus on dismantling government rather than addressing the company's plummeting sales. Here's where things get truly wild. Mega World itself is fracturing over Musk's role and actions, creating unprecedented cracks in Trump's once unified base.
Terrific. I cannot believe that our government seems to be capitulating to this unelected billionaire. And so I'm just here to raise my voice to try and say, come on, let's wake up and snap out of it, America.
This unexpected civil war within MAGA creates a serious political dilemma for Trump. Stick with Musk's radical agenda and alienate parts of his base, or rein in Musk and risk losing his tech world credibility. As this drama unfolds, the clock is ticking on Musk's formal government role. His status as a special government employee is limited to 130 days, a deadline approaching in late May. The White House is already setting expectations that Musk will transition to an informal role, which many see as a face-saving exit strategy for both sides. Tesla investors are desperately hoping Musk will refocus on his struggling company. Billionaire Tesla investor Leo Koguan tweeted that Musk is needed at Tesla more than DC. Meanwhile, the courts appear increasingly skeptical of DOGE's activities, with each ruling creating new precedents that limit Musk's authority. Whatever happens next, one thing is clear. The grand scheme to reshape the federal government through DOGE is facing unprecedented resistance. From courts, from protesters, from Republicans and Democrats alike, and most surprisingly, from within Trump's own administration. What do you think? Has Musk gone too far? Will Tesla survive his government adventure? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Viral Vote.